So Vivi, how are you this morning?
I am very well. How are you?
I'm very well. How's it going over at Vivi Vintage?
Very, very good. Yesterday we had lots of customers interested in all of our pieces, and
I walked past this morning just coming here for this actually, and I saw a lot of sparkles, which I was hoping was Ashish. Are there some Ashish pieces up there?
Yeah, we do have a few
No,
Ashish.
I really, really want to go and it's just like the magpie effect of yours particularly is like just sparkly, colourful, like must come in, have a look. So there'll be lots of people around today that, you know, would definitely envy the idea of like modelling, music, fashion, like absolutely every kind of dream girl's career. Is there, do you think, I mean, music and fashion are really kind of interlinked, I suppose? Like obviously everyone's obsessed with what musicians wear, but then it's like another form of self-expression and that sort of thing. Is there one that appeals to you more?
Music always comes first. That was the thing that kind of gripped me when I was like a young girl. And then naturally fashion came second because it was a way to express myself visually. And I just got really obsessed with the idea of putting the two together and making this world. It was all about making this sort of fantastical place where I could be creative.
And with the idea of like upcycling garments, is that something you can, do you like source things and have the ideas, or can you actually like make do and mend yourself?
Yeah, I can upcycle, I can sew and cut and things. I'm not the best. I've still got a whole heap to learn. But I started off with actually customizing and upcycling my own clothes, which came naturally from when I was a really sort of struggling musician. I didn't have any money and I couldn't afford to buy designer clothes. So I kind of customized things to make my identity, you know. But I'm very passionate about the whole idea of upcycling. It's actually moved forward from just trying to make an interesting outfit to actually the ethical side of fashion, which is all about sustainability.
Yeah, I mean, that's one thing I was going to move on to. I mean, this idea of kind of, you know, £10 Primark dresses that you buy, wear once, or don't even necessarily ever wear because it's so cheap, you can just kind of pick it up and don't care. I mean, is that something in terms of clothes going to landfill and all of that?
Absolutely.
It's scary, really.
Yeah, I remember reading a book where there was a part of the book where they said, I believe it's Born to Die by Susie Anra, and she said a lady was walking with a load of Primark bags and all the clothes fell out onto the floor in the rain, in the puddle, and rather than her pick it up, she just left it there. I think like we're living in an age where clothes have become so disposable and there's so much waste and things are going to landfill and it's affecting our environment and all these things. So now I'm really, really passionate about spreading the word about ethical fashion and telling young people that you don't have to look mumsy. Like there's a real stigma of ethical fashion looking a bit for your mum who's just had a new baby or something. But it can be cool, it can be trendy, it can be forward, and you can look fabulous still.
And do you think kind of once upon a time girls would be learning how to sew at school and, you know, it'd be kind of like a skill that like women would have just as they grow up, and obviously you know, not saying women shouldn't be studying science and should be studying, but do you think it should be something that people are kind of learning as like a basic, like being able to just mend stuff and not have to send it away or just thinking, oh, that's got a hole in, that's in the bin?
Yeah, absolutely. For men and women, I think both boys and girls, men and women, should be learning all of those things in school. Because it is such an important part of, you know, what we wear and how we recycle and how we can help the environment just by having that one small fundamental skill. And it just, you know, in the 50s, you would have a pair of trousers for forever. And if you had a patch or a hole in it, because you'd learn how to sew or fix things, you could just go buy your machine or get your needle and thread out and just fix it. So we need to bring that back into our education system, definitely.
And as for what you're doing here at Close Your Life, have you had a chance to go shopping at all? Or
I haven't had a chance to go shopping, but I've had a good look around and there's a lot going on. It's enormous. I know,
it's frightening how big it is.
I mean, I went to Comic-Con in San Diego, which is the huge comic festival, and it reminds me of that, but instead it's just fabulous fashionistas instead of like robots and weird
I've said
people
this
in
is the
costumes.
closest I think you can kind of get to Vegas in terms of just like there's like 5 different elevator lobbies for each hotel and that sort of thing. It's pretty crazy.
And especially like the beauty section, there's a lot of deals and nail varnish and makeup.
Ahead of Christmas is
stocking
special.
fillers. I think I'm going to go there after this.
And there's the British designers over there, like kind of made in Britain, and there's Mark Fast and Borax over there.
Yeah.
Do you have any like favourite London designers or have you had a chance to look at the graduate kind of stuff?
I did. Yeah, I did. I checked out the new talent, and it's really, really good.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm always like interested in emerging designers, so that was actually where I went first.
Yeah.
And British designers, I'm a huge fan of Stella McCartney. I love her not only because she has such elegant design, but she supports the idea of ethical fashion within the high fashion world, which is really important. But I'm the biggest fan, and it's not a British designer. It's a Japanese designer called Issey Miyake.
Oh yeah.
Like he is my idol, and if I could work with him or do anything with him, that would just be one of the most amazing things ever. He's awesome.
And what would you say? Can you kind of define your style, or does it?
I call myself a black geisha. Like I'm really obsessed with Asian culture. I like structure and clothes that kind of resemble architecture, and that's why I love Issey Miyake.
There's a real elegance to it as well, isn't there? Yeah.
So sort of geisha chic, and I really feel like next year we're going to start seeing, and I think I read it in Vogue, a lot more Asian influences.
Oh yeah, like there is a lot of that kind of
kimonos.
What we've just seen for Spring Summer 13 catwalks is there seems to be a lot of that taste of the Orient kind of themes.
Exactly.
And beautiful silks, and then as well with the buying power of Chinese now.
It
makes
exactly.
sense for them to go back to kind of roots of Chinese, Japanese culture and that sort of thing. And if you look back to your past, is there anything you massively regret style-wise, or do you see it all as part of the growing up and learning what your own style is?
I've had so many fashion faux pas, as they call them. I remember going to the Confessions of a Shopaholic premiere in Leicester Square, London, and I had this purple dress made by a new designer, which I feel really awful saying, because and it literally was suffocating my whole body, and I couldn't breathe. And when I left the cinema and went into my cab, I took off my dress at the back of the cab, and I was just like sweating and breathing and panting with my bra and my pants on, just like, how the hell did I watch this film for 2.5 hours not being able to breathe?
It's amazing when people wear a dress where they're like, I can't sit down in this. This is my kind of...
Yeah, it was a very painful experience.
Yes.
But they say fashion is pain.
Yes. Well, as we know from trying to walk around the NEC all day and heels 5 days. Well, thank you very much for talking to us
thanks
today.
for
We're
having
definitely going
me.
to come and you're over in kind of that corner, aren't you?
Yeah, we are B225.
Oh,
so
good
if
memory.
you watch this tomorrow on YouTube or on social networking, wherever, come and check us out. Or if you're a new designer, come in and
you can
talk
shop
to
Vivi
us.
Vintage online as well.
Absolutely. Yeah. We're mainly online based. You can get us at vivivintage.com, or we have just partnered with ASOS. So we have something on ASOS now. So check us out on there. So we've got a good relationship with them too.
Cool. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.